We live in a world that is completely connected. Everyone can know practically anything about anyone. Everyone has a phone in today's society, whether they have a computer or tablet, or all three. Everyone has some way of connecting to another through either social media platforms or by way of texting or calling. But in all this networking and connecting, are we really just pushing people away? Are our handheld devices, which keep people at our fingertips, actually keeping everyone at arm's length? Despite our ability to connect to anyone and everyone, we instead use it as a shield to stay away from them. It also acts as a temporary fix to fulfill social needs. People text for an hour, and so instead of going up to meet with someone, they instead feel socially satisfied, and therefore don't go out and meet with people face to face. In a poll done in 2011 on how much people use social media, about 22% of teenagers log on to social media more than 10 times a day. Over half of teenagers with social media accounts log on more than once a day. That means that over half of teenagers who use phones and are on social media are spending time looking over social media daily. These numbers are sure to have grown in the past years, with social media sites only increasing in popularity and availability. With this increase, as it becomes the social norm to live through your phone, people being able to self-regulate how much time they should spend and how much time they do spend varies greatly. People are literally becoming addicted to their phones. Research performed at the University of Maryland by ICMPA asked students to give up their phones for a period of 24 hours. During that 24-hour period, some students showed signs of actual withdrawal, such as shakiness, anxiety, and even sleep deprivation. Many of the students claimed that afterwards, they realized it wasn't the technology that was the issue, but the way they were using it. Phones were created as a way to connect with people, but now it's just a way to disconnect from reality. When an experiment was conducted to see how people on phones would react to being drawn into actual conversation, most everyone reacted positively. This reveals that many people actually crave face-to-face interaction and are not satisfied by their phones alone. With people constantly on their phones, it can sometimes get offensive, especially when people start to look at their phone while you're talking with them. This constant phone usage is not only offensive, but is a danger to both yourself and the public's safety. With people texting or checking social media while driving, or even walking down the street, it has become such a problem that some cities are making it illegal to walk and text, and if you are caught doing so, you'll receive a substantial fine.
In Fort Lee, New Jersey, they're taking action. The police chief says as people get more distracted, they're more likely to jaywalk. So far this year, he's had 25 people hit by cars, sometimes with catastrophic consequences.
The number of people hurt by not paying attention while looking at their phones has only increased as the years have gone by and as phones have become more accessible. Not only is the amount of time we are spending on social media hurting us both physically and socially, but the things we use our social media for are causing harm as well. Because of the lack of face-to-face interaction in social media, the immediate reactions of people are not present and easily ignorable. This leads to inappropriate, even cruel behavior through social media and texting. In 2014, data concerning the amount of slurs used on Twitter per day was brought up and showed that in the English language alone, about 14,000 tweets per day contained slurs that were either racial, ethnic, or religious-based. With there being no way to properly regulate what people say until it's already out there for people to see, news can become twisted quickly. There have been times where information that was originally perceived as one thing turned out to be another thing entirely. For instance, after the bombing of the Boston Marathon, an image of a young girl that had supposedly died in the explosion filtered through Twitter and Facebook, until the truth finally came and revealed that it was in fact a young boy that had died at the bombing and that the girl in the picture was not even present at the race. We as a society have become absorbed into our screens. It's not even about a generation anymore. It's not about a specific country anymore. It's about the world as a whole living life through a screen. Our so-called global connection has created a cubicle-sized space for everyone, where they can look over their wall into another cubicle when they want, but otherwise are protected by the walls surrounding them. No one wants to go out and experience the world, because they can do it through a computer screen from the comfort of their own home. The comfort of our own home has become an excuse for antisocial behavior with social media at its heart. To start a change, we must first admit there is a problem. Right now, the world has an addiction to social media, and we need to put our phones down in order to learn and meet real people and discover who they really are. People need to escape their comfort zones and learn some new experiences. Start small, just putting your phone away at your next meal. You'll notice how many people are actually on their phones as well, and how little they are interacting. You might realize that maybe we do have a problem. In a podcast talking about people's phone usage, or overusage, the speaker talked about how as soon as he put down his own phone, he realized how much everyone else was absorbed in their phones. Just a simple adjustment to your own life can make you realize how much we need to adjust as a society. It's time to put down the phones, the tablets, the laptops, the distractions, and start focusing on what is in front of us, beyond the screen.